So you realize that Angeloth, in fact, is a succubus, and that's where you left it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Everyone seems happy, right?
I didn't detect magic here, did I? To see if people were like under a spell, like the workers.
No.
I'm gonna do that.
So within the radius of that spell, you do not detect anyone under a spell. You don't detect any spells within your radius that aren't.
But there are people within 30
But
feet
you're
of me?
already-
Because I'll get up and like walk up to the bar or something so that I can go and...
Yeah, where you guys are, sure.
So no one, or there are people in my range and there's no one who's enchanted or whatever.
That is correct.
Got it.
Got it.
Well, it's not, she doesn't have him under a spell.
I mean, if she's better at running this company, do we just leave it be? I guess we never actually saw what people were like before, did we?
I don't remember. I
To
just
the
have a
best
real
of my-
issue. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, to the best of my awareness, they were just working before.
You have a more personal issue.
Yeah, this thing killed me, and I don't like letting that lay. But I'm also kind of scared to try to deal with that, considering how it went last time.
Right.
It is certainly a strange situation we find ourselves in.
Mm-hmm.
A strange situation everybody's finding themselves in currently. After all, our succubus is now currently posing as a previous controller.
Right, and we also didn't know.
Weird.
We didn't know the circumstances for her being under his control either, and what was the basis of that, and maybe, gosh, I hate to say it, maybe her reaction was justified when we came for her.
We do know that she was abused.
Yeah.
Right.
So she was like a scared animal at the time. But also, to be fair, succubi do tend to eat people.
True.
Do they not also tend to thrive upon manipulation?
Like, it sure would be nice to know if the succubus was, still currently eating people disappearing, stuff of the nature. Of course, it's probably my job to, slay the slayer of my good friend here.
Well,
I tried to do that. If you do not remember, we had the chance. I believe the decision that we made was not kill, and I'm more than...
Yeah, but that was right up until she made it personal.
This was well after the personal thing. After Aranoa was killed, we had her, and I could have ended her very quickly and easily. You stopped me. Now, I am willing to abide by that decision unless the tower turns to Aranoa. You say otherwise.
Sorry, hold on. Lester just threw up, and I have to get Lou away.
So many grossnesses.
Timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to RP here, animals.
Come on.
You silly boys.
I feel like we don't have enough answers as far as why she is now running the company of the person who was her captor, and what she's doing with that power, and so I don't feel like I could make an informed enough decision. I don't know that revenge is really the right reason to go after her, but we have seen part of her nature and part of what she's capable and willing to do, so I feel uneasy just letting it lie when she might do something else.
So if it's not revenge that we are after, and it is indeed justice, it is not us necessarily that are the ones to deliver it.
Do we
can report it? No, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Do we find some way of revealing the true nature and just let everyone else have that?
I mean, that does, in a way, make sense.
Yeah.
It is, because what we are really having an issue with, that is what I'm trying to do, is boil this down. If it's really just a problem that a devil is running a company and not being forthright with their own personality and posing as a former person, if that is what the issue is, then exposing it solves the issue, I believe.
And, is Angeloff alive? Is he dead?
I'm assuming that.
I'm assuming so too, but that's a problem as well.
Well, sure, yes, and the murder and all that.
I mean, that's 2 people we know of that she's murdered.
So is the plan to expose, or the idea, or want? And is exposing as easy as talking to our friends down at the local law enforcement agency and letting them know what the situation is?
I'm getting different sheriffs now mixed up. Are these the bad ones? Wasn't there a group of ones that we don't really trust? Or
There were, and they were part of this place, but they were in like a splinter group that we have taken care of, and we are now friends with local law enforcement.
Right. Okay.
So maybe we should go to them and see if this is on their radar at all.
Seems as good a place to start as any.
We could offer to help with whatever they think is necessary to do next.
Sure. But just looking around, it's not about revenge, right? It's about justice.
Yeah, I'm alive. I don't need revenge. But if she's killing more people, then I have issue with that.
Understood.
Yeah, this is the whole thing.
Yeah. Sure is.
Yeah. I love it, though. It's a lot of fun.
Whatever happened to the days where you could just find a fiend and say, yeah, no, we smite.
Is that what you're leaning to?
It's easier that way.
Of course it's easier to not ask questions, but...
Creatures of the lower worlds are creatures of the lower worlds. But at the same time, we should probably bring this to the attention of local law. Maybe try and figure out whether or not people are disappearing around here under mysterious circumstances.
So perhaps there first, and then an evening out in the nearby outskirts? Unless there's more business to conduct here.
I don't think so. I think we got what we wanted from this visit.
Or we'll finish it straight.
So you make your way down to the local law. Just looking for any old soul?
Well, since we're, quote, friends with the chief at this point, let's see if we can pass that on directly to the top.
Oh, sure. I don't listen to your story unless you want to tell it right now. I'm gonna let it go by. Feel free to stop me. When you've finished,
well, I'll have somebody look into it.
Well, let us know if you need help.
So you haven't heard any whisperings of this going on yourself?
No.
Had you heard anything about succubi in the city? Or Angeloff and his dealings?
Hell no.
Insight check.
Sure. I don't see anything. There we go. I mean,
hold on. I'm also inciting.
God, oh my god.
We're good at this, I promise.
Seems on the up and up.
May I try inciting? Because I'm definitely suspicious.
My god. Seems like an honest soul.
Okay. Well, that's concerning in its own right.
Look, guys, I assume that y'all deal with more of the mundane kind of issues on the typical basis, right?
I mean, usually, yeah.
And to be fair,
tell you the truth, it's only when adventurers start popping into town that things get real crazy. Out of town, I do.
Based on our hometown experience, I think that's honestly the case, yes. Adventurers take with them adventure.
Problems bring adventure, and adventure brings problems.
Certainly seen that the past couple nights.
It's weird to be on the other side of this.
Well, I think we will be keeping an eye on the situation as well. There is a certain amount of responsibility, I believe we feel in the matter. If you have it handled, then
we'll see, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not really in the habit of just kicking down doors and accusing people of being demons, but devils, but we'll find out.
For what it's worth, the magics that are on this item that Sheriff has came in very useful for us.
Yeah, if you need a personal visual verification, I could give you use of this for a hot minute. This thing is what's the word I'm looking for?
Handy dandy.
Noise.
What's the word for the investigator?
For what?
It seems like y'all got a lot to do.
Attunement.
It's complicated.
Well,
it's attunement.
I ain't gonna keep you any longer than you're needed.
Well, all right. I guess we'll be off then.
I guess so.
You have a lovely evening tonight.
You as well.
If you're going for Sam Elliott, you're doing a damn good job.
No, I'm not. Really not.
I like your style, dude.
Sometimes there's a man. Sometimes.
They all just end up that way. This is what happened.
You draw long enough.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like seeing Donnie go with it. Anyways, cool. Feeling apprehensive about the way you left things there? What do you wish to do?
See if we can find a way to get 8 hours.
That'd be nice. So are we gonna go set up camp outside the town then?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You exit the doors of this establishment, begin walking down the streets. Who's leading this party? Is anyone leading this party?
I am.
Yeah, I feel like at a 5-foot penalty, it's probably not me.
Yeah, I'm pretty fast.
Excuse me.
Make
No.
for me if you shall. No?
To me.
To Carmen.
Gotcha. Wait, actually, you two.
I will make whatever rolls you want, probably. Unless it's really
Yeah.
demeaning somehow.
Oh, it's just simply that, but everything should be perfect.
Everything
Make
is awesome.
for me, if you will, a perception check.
Deception?
No, sight.
That's what it sounded like to me too.
I was like, what the heck are we doing?
Let me see what this is like.
We are lying to perfect strangers.
That's what I thought. You begin walking down the streets to exit the city. You find yourself out in plains, like in an instant. Like you're walking down the streets, you turn to say something to someone behind you, and you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Am I by myself?
No, you're all now seemingly standing in a field.
What? Did we all notice this or only Tower?
I'd say all of you at this point.
When did we get here?
Just now.
It didn't seem like we
Is
were
it-
walking up to an open field just a moment ago.
Not
Does
at
it
all.
look familiar to me?
In what way? Like
I
a real,
guess I'm-
like a place that you maybe been or something like that?
Yeah, but I'm particularly thinking back to walking through the portal.
No, does not look like that. That was very much nighttime, very much swamp, I guess, if I could, swampy bayou type area. This does kind of look like outside of Arthavis, but it doesn't, like looking around and having been around Arthavis a lot, it looks like that kind of biome, but it doesn't really look like that area. The time of day here where you're standing looks to be about noon. You can see about 400 feet from where you're standing, there seems to be like just a little rock area. There does seem to be someone sitting on that rock doing some sort of activity, but as that's quite far away, it's hard to make out exactly what's going on.
Alright, what in Circuit's venomous ass is going on here?
Tower makes sure nobody's standing directly behind it and takes 5 steps backwards in hopes
Five
of
steps
being
backwards.
in where we were before. But no, assuming that's not going to work.
You're where you are now.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd like to pull out the shield to make a perception check and see if I can make out anything about this rock individual.
And I want to be clear for the people over Discord and the people at home. This person is not seemingly, to your knowledge, made of rock. They are merely like seated, leaning against a rock.
I'm merely stating they are rock adjacent.
Sure. Go ahead and make that.
You want a rock?
Yeah!
So, using the shield to the best of your ability to try to make out what's happening there, what you can see is someone, if you had to put a finger on it, they seem like they're of elvish descent. They seem to be doing some sort of tool work with that, if that makes any kind of sense. Like it might be a small blade in their hand. It's hard to tell from this distance.
Are they purple?
They're not purple.
How many of those teleportation coins did we pick up?
We have 8. We picked up 6.
Enough to fuck off if we need to.
Then in that case, perhaps we should move forward.
If we do that, they'd just follow us through because it stays open for a whole minute, right?
That is true.
And then
It does stay open for a minute.
And we'd be in unknown territory fighting an unknown enemy. I don't know if I don't find that to be a good idea.
I believe that is already the case.
We know this area well. I guess you're right. That's true. This is the planes that we were not in a moment ago. Never mind.
I would take this situation to the situation where I'm up to my ass in swamp water, so
Fair.
let's see what this person has to say.
Literally.
Who knows? Benefit of the doubt. Maybe this is a perfectly sound and reasonable individual who we are about to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just go around assuming the worst about people simply because you've been teleported to an unfamiliar empty plane, while the only other person within range is a mysterious individual on top of a rock, probably eating an apple like an asshole.
It is true. Have you noticed that most assholes eat apples?
And when we met
Where
Lee
are you
Wah,
keeping your apples?
wasn't Lee Wah eating an apple when we met her?
No.
I don't remember, but
In your mind.
Yeah, but yeah.
I just think it's a funny thing to say, honestly.
I honestly, we can check the tape. I don't remember saying that Li Hua was eating an apple. I get why that could be a thing in someone's mind, but
I'm gonna have to check the tape. Yeah, we'll look into that later. Let's see if this person's eating an apple. Tower starts to walk forward.
Is it possible at this distance to do an insight for murderous intent?
you can certainly try.
I'll cast guidance on you. Look at him real good, Sheriff.
All right, tack on a D4. Is it regular roll at this distance? Hold on, and then the D4. Wrong source, but still works.
Same diff.
And
You just-
assuming
go ahead.
that it fails, I'm also gonna go ahead and chuck where is it hiding? One of my psychic dice.
Die.
Total 20, it looks like to me.
Damn.
From this distance, trying to read this individual's body language as best you can. They seem relatively calm and at peace. They don't seem. You don't see any movements that indicate hostility. They're either just enjoying their activity or they're just waiting.
Well, 5 gold says that we don't immediately get into a fight. They seem
I'll
calm.
take you up on that offer, but mostly because I'm usually the first to throw a punt.
All right, I move along up with Tower.
As you begin to walk, you can see the heat of the day kind of wiggling across your vision, if you will. And even this whole, it's almost as if each step, as if this terrain is almost rocking as you get closer and closer. It's a little unsettling.
Tower, do you feel anything with this so large, perhaps?
Tower uses the magic word or phrase or whatever, however this magic lock works, and opens it up, reaches behind itself, opens a little hinge there, and pulls it out, and turns to try to find the north easternly.
As you do that, make a perception check for me.
I will.
Also, to clarify, you don't need to use the password to open it. Anyone that I designated can open it normally. The password is used to suppress the spell for 1 minute. So
No.
I'm guessing you probably didn't say that because then that would make you vulnerable.
Exactly. No, I would unlock it myself, and then I didn't realize how the thing worked.
27. As you're moving this thing, and when you do get it to what you understand to be, at least from where you were standing before, northeast, it does begin to vibrate. But as you look kind of past it through the donut hole, you see this tiny little red bead of light.
Like it's on the ground, or
No, it's way out in the distance. But it's hard to tell here. There is way out on the edge of these plains to be like a mountain ridge line area that you're in. But this kind of like starts cutting through all the way to a side. Like it's not really like a beam or anything. There's just a dot that you can see when you look through this opening, and it's kind of pulsing.
And it's invisible if I don't look through the opening. Is that accurate?
Meaning if you like move your face and don't look through the
whole
ring?
Yeah.
Correct. It would be gone.
Okay. Interesting.
Were the mountains there in Arthavis proper? Or like could we see them from when we were outside of Arthavis initially? And do you get what I mean?
This is a totally different ridge line.
Okay.
Are you still approaching this person with that in hand, or did you stop? mess with that.
I definitely stopped to mess with it,
Okay.
and I let other people know what the situation is, and I put it back in the backpack and closed it up.
Realizing that you've pulled the thing out, like the hell are you doing?
If you would give me a moment, I would tell you that I actually found some information using it just now. If you look through the donut hole of the so large, you can see out in the distance some type of, well, not beacon, but light, guidance, place, a point, an area, a destination.
That's all well and good, and I'm glad you could find such information in front of our new friend up here.
I'm not sure I could have divined it at any other time, but for now.
Just for the record, that's the first time anyone's ever done that with that device. So you could be right. Cool.
But yeah, it's put away, and I think we are approaching a game.
As you get to like the 200, I said they were 400 feet. As you get to the 200 mark, both you and Flint get a familiar pang in the pit of your stomach. If you know, as weird as that is for a Warforged, perhaps that funny feeling.
Oh, fuck!
What? Do you see something?
Like I got a bad feeling about this.
A familiar feeling?
Like if you start feeling weird things happening, you can't see the source of them. It ain't us. Speaking of that, I'm gonna take a look at the party real quick and oh shit. I'm gonna put us in the party chat real quick, and then I'm going to step away for 5 seconds.
Oh no! Did you spill?
Well, okay. I thought he stepped away.
Kinda. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
We are in the link for. Where's my fucking die? We got 6 hours.
Nice.
Woo-wee!
Wow.
The worst part about it is it's all peanut sauce all over the keyboard.
Disgusting.
Hold on. Be right back. Go ahead and assume I continue to advance and not get my head blown off.
Yeah, I guess we will. A little weird.
Yeah.
to potentially meet a character the first time without someone present, but you know,
especially the person we designated to talk for the group.
Yeah.
We can wait.
It was a real interesting. I'm out.
Yeah.
As I said, that feeling, you get it as you approach. Again, there's this weird distortion of your surroundings, but what sort of seems to remain in focus is this individual.
And Aranoa and Shra are not feeling this whatever feeling. Is that right?
I think the answer is no, because I think the way things have been established in the past, that they are not susceptible to that feeling. But as you do get closer and closer, not quite to this person yet, you can make out more features. They do appear to, in fact, be elven in nature as you get closer. They seem to be wearing like tanned animal hide. Their skin seems pale, but it's also painted in some way. There seems to be this white chalk-like substance that's coating pretty much everywhere. They have shaved, like not a top knot, but you know, like just the top strip of hair on top that goes down into like a longer braid in the back, but the sides and back are almost completely shaved to the skin.
The hairstyle my brother used to have.
Yeah.
Really?
Got a sock
Really? Damn, your brother was so cool.
Yeah, it's one way to put it.
Sure.
Wow, that really, really threw me. You can see a strung bow over their shoulder as well. You can tell that they do have a knife in their hand. They appear to be working it within their hand, though the contents of you cannot see. Their face seems to be stained with some form of paint as well. That kind of washes, kind of cascades down the front of their face. What's that?
Sorry, is it the Sokka cut?
Ish. Sure, ish. And that's what you're seeing as you're getting closer and closer. Is there any reason for you to stop or anything you want to do before you actually do fully approach this person?
Not
If
me.
we know, they know, right, Sheriff?
I'd imagine so. But it's like I'm just going to try and be friendly real quick. I'm going to raise a hand up in affirmative gesture and, hail friend, seem to be a little lost at the moment.
You'll see them kind of, how close do you want to get when you're doing this? I guess that's my big question.
50 feet?
50's fine by me.
You'll see this individual kind of raise their hand up, kind of mirroring yours. They put down, go back to whittling. Which now at 50 feet, you can see they are working some kind of wood. Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Do what?
Do it. Yeah. Anyways, they do appear to be whittling.
Scrimshaw is a valuable skill.
Okay, all right, sure. I'm the asshole. Okay, all the DMs listening know what I'm talking about. All right, go ahead. What's up?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. What's going on? Did I miss something?
I said he was working wood. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yes, woodworking. There's a whole tool set for that.
No, well,
Just took me a minute.
I get gold.
I'm terrified right now. I don't know what's gonna happen. They go back to woodworking.
And actually, at 50 feet, Flint, you can tell that this paint on their face does have a war paint kind of look. It seems to be in the visage of a skull.
My benefit of doubt is getting thinner and thinner.
Perhaps ask about where we happen to be.
You got 5 gold on the line. What you want to do?
It's like, yeah. It was like,
How quickly is immediate? Go for it. Never mind. Just yeah.
it was like, there doesn't appear to be any signage nearby. Could you happen to point us in the direction of the nearest town? Maybe have a name for it? Perhaps a map?
As you say all this, they stop their whittling and look up to you. Their eyes meet yours. Hail, proud warriors. You've been hard to find.
You been looking for us?
Well, sort of.
What business have you with us?
You do seem to have us at a minor disadvantage. Name's Flint Westhill. You,
Rayron, soul leader.
Sorry, I heard Rayron?
Rayron the soul eater.
Oh, was I the only one who heard that? It's
Yeah,
great.
it cut out for me too.
I heard skull eater.
Well, that's
worse.
He's gonna hold up in his hands. You see a beautifully carved bear out of wood. Kind of blows the excess dust and chip away. Kind of looks at it in this light. Hooks
What's
it
a
behind
craftsman
him.
like? Sorry.
Go ahead. He's
What's a
throwing it
craftsman
behind
like
him.
you doing looking out for us?
He's gonna sheath his dagger into the proper place. Oh, you have something that I've been hired to acquire.
Well, you gotta know it's not gonna be as easy as all that.
I'd like it to be easy. I've brought gold. You can start there. Fair trade.
An interesting prospect. What number are you looking at?
I suppose the number's for you to say, friend.
How did you find us, by the way?
Oh, I have my ways.
Alright, let's start the bidding at what you've been paid initially.
Really, you folks ain't that quiet. Honestly, it's easy to follow you. Easy to find you.
Odd things do tend to happen around us.
You broke a window last night. That was funny.
Are you aware of that?
Sure. Most of the city's aware of that.
It's like, perchance. It's like, I can't believe I'm even humoring this, but do you happen to associate yourself as or with an owl?
I'm here for the owl bear.
Oh,
Oh.
Shit.
right. Shit, sorry, I got my villainous wise crossed for a second.
This is what people need to speak plainly. Sir, we were ready to... you don't even want to know.
Sorry, you got other stuff people want? Okay, I'm just here for the
No, but
owl
we've
bear.
had people following us. Not about what we got, but about us ourselves.
That makes sense. The price is high.
What is the price?
Oh, for the acquirement?
How much would you get paid if you brought our owlbear back?
Yeah, what's old Heine up to at this point?
I think the price is up to 40K, 40 gold, 40,000 gold.
Audible whistle. Yeah, no, he is definitely a person who knows what they want, and definitely not a wise enough person to know that they ain't getting it.
May I ask how he found you to offer you this job?
Yeah, where does he keep dredging up people like y'all?
I mean,
No.
I'll go where the work is.
Questions.
I'll go where the work is.
Is there a job board somewhere? Is that where the work is? Like, how did you know?
Is there a
This
piece of
was a
paper
job.
I can tear down real quick?
Well, if you have the reputation, there are ways.
You know what happened to the last person that tried this, right?
I mean, to be fair, a lot of what happened to the last person who tried this wasn't our fault, technically speaking.
Yeah, but they
So
didn't
that's
get
beside
through.
the point.
You're not supposed to tell him that, Sheriff.
I don't want
All
that
due-
kind of shit on my hands.
All due respect, they're not me.
You definitely are coming at this a very different way.
I like to do things the easy way and the nice way if I can. It's a hard world.
Like, yeah, see, I turned to Tower. Some people don't want to fight. Some people just want. I mean, we're probably going to end up having a fight in this case.
But you were right. It wasn't immediate. I feel like at this point that the time of immediacy has passed. So I
Does
believe
feel
I
that
owe
way.
you some gold.
We'll worry about that later. It's like you and I look to the elf again. It's like we know how this ends up, right?
I mean, I have a feeling, but I'd like to be wrong.
How long have you been following us for?
Days now. Getting kind of bored just sitting here. What
You've been
days?
waiting here for us.
Sure.
Actually,
How
I'd
does-
like to.
How does that work? Go ahead. Sorry, Sheriff.
Sorry, I want to take a look at these rocks again, real quick, just to like confirm these aren't somehow the same rocks Liwa was on.
No, they're not. I don't even need to roll for that.
Or somehow that these rocks are actually cityscapes still and disguised through an illusionary magic. Does that make sense? Was that stupid? Okay. Right.
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
You can make an investigation for that.
Sure.
Actually, as long as we're doing this, I should have at least one more charge today of I got one more after this. I'm going to pull out my my seeing gem and take a look just to make sure that we are where we are.
Mm-hmm.
It appears you are.
Well, fuck, this is real.
So you've been waiting here for us and following us in a city. How does that work?
Well, you go where they go. Stay out of sight, out of mind.
And yet you've remained
Right.
here. Is
No.
the question? No. Okay. I thought I had asked. You've been waiting here for us, and he said yes. I guess I misunderstood that.
Oh, he said sure. You know, maybe I should clarify. You know, not everything people say is always the truth.
Yeah.
Well, what you think? I don't know. We gonna do this deal or what?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to inform you that, as per usual, the owlbear is not for sale, will not be for sale, and surely another one can be acquired. In fact, I'm just plumb confused as to why it has to be our owlbear in particular.
That's not for me to know or to decide.
Well, since you're wanting to make a deal instead of just fighting for it, why don't you go back and ask him?
Better yet, you could always just find your own owlbear. You seem like an individual of some capacity and talent. It's like if you go west into the Badlands, you're gonna find one eventually. Might be less of a pain in the ass for you than what's about to happen if we continue having this here conversation.
I like your style, dude.
I'll try.
Well,
That's a lie. It's all natural.
the problem is I have a reputation, and I'm not a liar. I like to keep things honest, and well, shoot, Hein said this owlbear, so it has to be this one. I am prepared to take it from you if I have to.
Tower punches him.
Done.
Okay, roll your attack.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with it.
I have to take it, punch. Oh, you'll
That
take it,
will-
all right.
Punch him.
Like this is an Ashura's Wrath right trigger moment.
And like, I don't know why I wouldn't make it a stunning strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, what distance
Oh.
are we at this point?
Well, Tower, like, if it's 50 feet, Tower runs up and punches him within the course of like a turn, a round, or whatever.
And it's Constitution.
Yep, 15.
Oh boy. Let's see. Sorry, I have to go look through a whole fucking thing.
Alright, take your time.
Yep.
Not that.
God damn. I'm sorry, I'm going to take this opportunity to go, so that I don't alarm people, there is like a small amount of blood on me and I do not know where it is coming from.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll handle that.
Brian, how would that not alarm us?
Yeah.
I'm not actively dying, I am passively
Yeah.
dying. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Be back in a second. It's just
Yeah.
wiping some blood off.
Okay. I don't want to alarm anybody at all, but just
But
know
I'm
I am
bleeding.
bleeding.
And I don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's not mine.
Whole different set of questions.
Okay, I thought there was something that would help this, but I'm not seeing it. But it is a Constitution save, and they have almost crit it, but they have certainly surpassed what you're doing.
Absolutely. Totally.
They kind of take that punch. Okay, then, and you watch them fade away.
Oh shit.
God damn it. Yeah.
926. So that's where we'll leave it.
Totally.
That's a
Good
cool.
place.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's perfect.
Yeah, we'll roll initiative at the top next time we do this.
Just a few sentences away from winning 5 gold, too. Damn.
What did you hit?
Ah,
Are you stunning, son?
unfortunately, not this time.
Then we have a fight.
I love stand users in this game. It's so weird.
I don't know what's going to happen.
We'll have to worry about him another time.
Mhm. It's a pretty cool, very strange addition to this. Why am I using the wrong words? A bizarre addition to this situation.